Hello and welcome to the Teinai Wind skill overview. So, it is an air magic spell that deals 28 cold damage. Burning foes take 64 more cold damage and are interrupted. It also strikes adjacent. Costs 5 energy, has a 1-second casting time, and an 8-second cooldown. So, this deals roughly 100 damage, like a little bit under 100 damage at 9 air magic. So, even with a low investment in air magic, it's quite strong. The burning foes are interrupted is insane, so any skill that inflicts burning on adjacent or larger is great with this skill. So some skills that come to mind are Mind Burn, Starburst, Rodgort's Invocation, Searing Flames, any skill that hits burning adjacent or larger in radius. So all of these skills are great with this because you get good damage on a fast cooldown plus an interrupt on Ellie, so it's pretty strong. Like, it's a really good skill. It's great in hard mode. It has an 8-second cooldown, so it's spammable. It's very spammable. If something else provides the burn, that'll also be good. So if you're like an air Ellie and you have like a fire Ellie in your team comp, you can definitely combo off of that. Like if you're running like some kind of like invoke build with intensity or something, this skill is great with another fire Ellie. You can use Glyph of Immolation to trigger the burn as you cast it. The only downside to Glyph of Immolation is it won't hit every single target. It ends after so many spells, and I'm fairly certain it only inflicts burn on your target. So it would just interrupt your target, which is still okay, but it's not like the area interrupt you're really looking for. So let's go fight these dudes really quick. I'm just vanquishing Xingji. I'm just going through and doing this. I've been doing Winds of Change stuff, so this is cake. I'm just running this build for fun. This isn't my main build, for factions only. It's not a bad build. AoE builds are just much better, especially with all this knockdown spam I have on my team comp. So, just hit him with an arrow. Cool. Alright, so that's the skill. It interrupts, like, burning foes. It combos well with, like, what is it? I have it on my bar here. Arcane Conundrum. I'm running this on an assassin because I can't run more than one of a class. That's one of the limitations I'm running, but it's good with Shared Bird and Arcane Conundrum, things that slow down casting speeds. So it's just good in general. It can just be used. You can't really play around the interrupt unless you're interrupting a long casting spell because enemies cast faster in hard mode, so like it can't really be used to interrupt a 1-second spell even, just because it takes 1 second to cast, so unless like a 40-40 triggers, it's not really going to do much. So it's just a consideration. It's not like the interrupt is more useful that it just kind of like passively interrupts things randomly, not so much that you can plan on it, because when you're actually like interrupting, you generally want to have like fast casting times, like 1/4 of a second casts or faster, like a typical Mesmer build or something. So yeah, Teinai Wind is great in Starburst builds. It's great in like a Mind Burn build. It's great in a Searing Flames build. It's great if you have some kind of like fire spam in your team comp. It does good damage. It's just a really useful skill, so I'd definitely try it out. I'll see you guys in the next one.